Hi guys, welcome to again to my channel. My name is Marlasa. Today I'm gonna be show you the effect of P delta on the design of this 20 story building using etabs 2016 as per the Ethiopian Building Code of Standard and the European Building Code of Standard. So in the previous tutorial, I have already shown you the determination and the checkup of drifts on this 20-story building. So today we'll be focusing on the tutorial part 17, which will be focusing on the checking of P delta effect on this 20-story building. So if you are a new member for this channel, don't forget subscribe my channel so that you will be getting all the relevant uploaded videos which were uploaded before regarding to the modeling and designing of this journey story building as per the Ethiopian and European building code of standard. So don't forget also share my videos to your friends so that your friends will be getting more relevant uploaded videos which were prepared regarding to the modeling and designing of this 20-story building, and even the videos which will be uploaded later. And also, if you wanted to get an immediate uploaded videos, you can press the bell icon in my channel. This pressing the bell icon will make you just receive a notification during the uploading of videos regarding to the designing of the reinforced concrete structure and even the structures. So now let me proceed to the today's tutorial, which is the checking of and the analysis of P delta on this 20-story building. So to do this, now let me just say something about the what does P delta mean. So here, the P delta is nothing but it is so here P delta is nothing but effect of the gravity load and the horizontal or the lateral load. That means suppose this is our structure, and here if we have a load that is a gravity load which is P, and if we have also that is the lateral load which is a lateral force Q. This lateral force, it may be wind, or it may be the earthquake load. That means it may be seismic load. So here here there is a resisting moment which is a counteracting moment which counteracts the effect of this the horizontal force. So here the structure will rotate into this direction when we apply the lateral force P. I mean the lateral force Q. So here there will be an induced moment. That means this moment equals to the moment R multiplied with the lateral force Q. That means Q times H, which is equal to the resisting moment. So this resisting moment, what we call it, is the first order moment. This is the first order moment. That means here in this in the first order moment, which is considering the effect of the horizontal lateral force upon these structures. So here there is no lateral displacement. Yeah, this is in a static condition. That means in linear static conditions. But when we come to the second option, this is which is option 1. That means excluding the effect of the lateral displacements of this structure due to the horizontal force. But when we come to this here, if we apply a force, a horizontal force P at this point, so this structure will be moving to the right direction with a lateral displacement of that means delta. So here we'll have two effects. That means this resisting moment it is the result of the first order moment and the moment due to the lateral displacement. That means here this moment, just we can take as it is, and here we have another second order moment which will be happened due to the lateral displacements of delta here. So this second order movement is the gravity load, that is the vertical gravity load multiplied with the horizontal displacement, that is the delta. So here we have two movements. One is both will be acting in clockwise direction. That means this moment due to this, which is P times delta. This is the secondary moment or the second order moment. And when we come to this, we'll have also, that means Q multiplied with H. So Q times H plus P delta, what we call, this is called the second order effect. So here the P delta is nothing but it is the effect of the vertical force which results the lateral displacement and the horizontal force which induces the first order moment. So the summation of the two moments, the first order moments and the P delta moment, what you call it is the effect of P delta. So here P delta effect it is a nonlinear effect that occurs in every structure where elements many second order effect. There are two types of P delta effect. That means the big P delta effect, which is symbolized by delta, and the little P delta effect, which is symbolized by sigma. So in this case, this is a global effect. This is a global effect, and this one is a local effect. It is a local effect. So we need to be taken on this global effect because it affects the whole structures. But in the case of the P sigma or the little delta, it will not have that much significant effect on the behavior of the structure because it is a small displacement. Here, this sigma is the displacement from this point to this point, which is a localized effect. But in the case of this one, it is a global effect. That means, suppose if we have a 20-story building, so the displacement at the top of the structure, what you call it is the delta displacement. That means it is the big delta. But in the case of here, it may be at the first story, so the effects will be insignificant. So the insignificant effect of the gravity load, what you call it is a little delta. So we need to be take care on the effect of P delta. That means big P delta on our structures instead of the small P delta. So small P delta, it is not avoidable. It will occur always. So in the case of a big or a large displacement, so we need to be taking into our account during the design of our structures. So here, one research were carried out in India to identify the effect of the P delta on high-rise buildings. So the aim was just in how many story building will be the effect of P delta starters. Three projects were selected. The first one is 20-story building, and the second one is 25-story building, and the third one is 30-story building. So the in which story will have the effect of P delta maximum displacement. So here the P delta effect is a secondary or it is a second order effect on a structure. That means, as I have already elaborated before, it is a second order effect on structure. It is also known as geometric nonlinearity. That means, the geometry of the structure is changed from vertical to it is what? It is a nonlinear. So here, just simply, if we have a column here, so it is not moving like this. This is what you call this linear, the linear behavior, but our structure is just like this, displaced like this. So there is nonlinearity in geometry. So geometry nonlinearity effect. So as of structure is carried out. So here, sorry. So, the research or the assessment were carried out on G plus 90, G plus 24, G plus 28. That means the 20, 25, and 30 story buildings. After the compilation of the research, the research outputs indicated that the P delta effect will be maximum when we increase the number of the story, and it will be minimum when we reduce or decrease the number of the story. So the effect of P delta will be maximum at this story, and it will be minimum at 20 story building. That means we should take critically the effect of P delta in our design when we design the high-rise buildings. But in lower story building, the effect of P delta is insignificant. So we can omit the second order effect in lower story building. That means first order movement. Considering first order movement is it is sufficient. So here all analysis is carried out in SAP 2000 software. So bending moment, story displacement with and without P delta effect is calculated. That means two models were prepared. The first model is just by considering the P delta effect, and the second one is by excluding the P delta effect. So the research shows that it is essential to consider the P delta effect on 25-story buildings. That means the P delta effect for 25-story building is it is very high with respect to the 20-story building. So building having height more than or equal to 75 meters. That means 24, 25 story building, considering that each story will have 3 meter height, so the total height will be 75 meter. So it should be designed considering P delta effect. So we need to consider the P delta effect for this 25-story building. And so also we can say that up to 25-story building, it is not necessary to consider P delta effect in design, and first order analysis is sufficient. That means considering the first order moment, considering only the first order moment is adequate enough for buildings less than 25 story. But buildings which has a story number 25 and above, so we need to consider P delta effect. But this is for this research were carried out for residential building. It is not applicable for commercial as well as other building types. So from this research, we can extract the basic point that the effect of P delta is maximum when we increase the number of stories. Okay, so when we come to the Ethiopian Building Code of Standards and the European Building Code of Standard, here, there is a formula which is used to calculate the P delta. So second order effect, that means P delta effect need not be taken into account if the following condition is fulfilled. That means if P delta is less than 0.1, no need of considering the effect of P delta. If it exceeds 0.1 and less than 0.2, so we need to consider the effect of P delta. If it exceeds 0.3, so the value of the coefficient theta shall not exceed 0.3. If it exceeds 0.03, we need to change the geometry of our structure. That means we need to increase the shear wall, or we need to change the orientation of our structure until the P delta effect will be less than 0.2. Here, this theta, which is equal to P total multiplied with dr over V total multiplied with H, where P total is, it is the gravity, P total, which is the total gravity load at and above the story considered in seismic design situation. That means this one is under service load. Under service load, which is reduced service load. Which is a reduced service load. And the other is, theta is that is the interstory drift sensitivity coefficient, and there is, it is nothing but it is the interstory drift, which is this has to be calculated using the center of mass displacement. That means the dA, which is the elastic center of mass displacement at the top, minus the elastic center of mass displacement at the bottom. So this is what we call the interstory drift, where the displacement has to be taken at point of center of mass. And V total is, here V total is, it is the total seismic story shear, which has to be calculated based on, it has to be calculated based on the response spectrum. And H is nothing but it is the interstory height. So using this formula, we can calculate the P delta. So If it is less than 0.1, no need of considering P delta. If it is greater than 0.1 and less than 0.2, we need to consider the effect of P delta. Okay. So just having this in mind, we can come to our etabs model. So I have already prepared a spreadsheet. This spreadsheet is, prepared to check whether I need to consider P delta or not in my structure. So here, this is the story name, and this is the story height, and this is the load case that I have to take into account, and this is the location, and this one is it is the gravity load, that is P, and this one is it is the story shear, which is V in X direction. We can change it in Y. Uh, just if we consider in X direction, so I need to take Vx. If we consider Vy, I need to take the Vy. And this one is it is the maximum displacement, and all those were briefly described in tutorial part 6, so you can visit and watch the tutorial part 16, which is regarding to the determination of drift. Okay, so I can copy, I can just extract all those values from etabs. All the rest are unautomated spreadsheets. So I only take all those three values from etabs. So just to do this, here I need to take the P, which is the reduced gravity load. So just to do this, go to etabs and just go to table, or just go to the analysis, sorry, and come to result, and just come to the the structural result and story force. Okay, here the load case has to be selected. I need to use this one, which is the reduced surface gravity load. The service load for gravity. I need to like this one, and the location has to be at the top because lateral forces are applied at the top of the structure. And here, this is the value of P. Okay, first I need to check the combination of this force because the live load reduction factor has to be applied. Now, just to do this, go to the load combination, go to this one, modify your combination. Okay, that is the permanent load for service having a factor of 1, and the live load for seismic having a factor of 1. Okay, this is good. So I have to copy this result. And I need to paste it. Just come back again, and I need to extract the story shear from etabs. So to do this, just to go to the I can go to the plot display graph here. Go to display. Here, just come to here and here this is solution, and the load combination has to be response spectrum. That means the response spectrum in okay, response spectrum in x direction, because I am considering the in positive x direction. So here in format, and the location has to be at the top, and I need to copy this value. Control C. Okay, sorry, here I am applying in negative direction, in negative x direction, so I need to come to the response spectrum in x positive direction here. So just paste it here, and I have to come back to also the gravity load in positive x direction. Okay, just copy simply this value. Today. Okay, sorry. Control C. Here I have to before that I am at positive x direction. So paste it. Okay, sorry. That means base magnitude is 246. Magnitude is 246. So and totally this one. Okay. Now the other I need to take ux in positive x direction. Ux in positive x direction. So to do this, uh, I can use from the plot display, or I can use the table. Okay, just come to here. That means here's center of mass displacement. That means in x direction. Copy this one and paste it. Or I can use simply from the table menu, analysis, results, displacements. Here center of mass displacement. That means diaphragm center of mass displacement. Just like this one. The combination is that is the response spectrum in x direction. Here and simply can copy this one. The results are the same. Sorry. Okay, results are the same. So here all those values are unchanged. Just we can take as it is, and this one is also as it is. And here we can see the effect of P delta here. So here there is P delta effect here. This value is greater than 0.1. So if P delta is greater than 0.1, so our code recommends us to consider the effect of P delta. Okay, this is in positive x direction. So we need to check the P delta in negative x direction also. So to do this, here I can take the displacement here in order to save time. Get no here negative x direction. That means response spectrum in negative x direction. So copy this file, Control C, and then be sure that I am at negative x p delta. So here the displacement, just sorry, paste it. That is all. So just come to here. So I need to also extract the storage here in negative x direction. So to do this, just go to the display menu here, storage displacement plot here. That is the storage. And the case is that is negative response spectrum x direction. This one. So just go to here. Sorry, and here I need to select as the top. So copy this one. Control C. Paste it. And what is left? The gravity load. So here just simply go to the sorry your structural result, the story force. And here the service load. uh, the load case has to be service load for seismic, and you copy this one. Copy this one and paste it. Okay, you're at the top. This value is constant for all directions. So to save time, just I can paste to all directions. Okay, so we can check it. Here there is a p delta here. So in negative x direction, I need to consider the effect of p delta. And also in positive x direction, I need to consider also p delta. And the effect of p delta in positive y direction. So now let me go to the displacement. Then diaphragm center of mass displacement. Then I need to select this in y positive direction in a response spectrum case. So response spectrum y positive. So here I need to copy this lateral displacement in positive y direction. So Control C and go to the XM. Here response spectrum. Then I need to paste it here. Okay. Copy this one. That means that the displacement in y direction. That means this value. This is y. That means y positive. I've already copied this one and this one. Okay, Vy. Come to tabs, or just simply from the story displacement plot curve. Just come to here. Response spectrum in y direction. And the display type is the story shear. So just come to the table. We need to select the top part, then copy the story shear in y direction. Paste it. So here there is no p delta effect in positive y direction. And just now let me come back to the negative y direction. Just come to here, negative y direction, this one, and just to the table, select the top part, then copy this one, and paste here. That means it is Vy, paste it. And when we come to the displacement, just come to tabs, select the load case type. That means the response spectrum in negative y direction. this one. So here I need to copy the displacement along y direction. Control C, then just copy this. So the P delta effect along the negative y direction is just like this. Here, there is no P delta here, and here there is no P delta here also. So in y direction, in positive y and in negative y direction, no need of considering the effect of P delta. In negative y direction and positive y direction, there is no problem on P delta. But when we come to in negative x direction, there is a P delta effect here at this, that means at 16th story. All the rest stories are okay for P delta. And when we come in positive x direction also, there is also one P delta effect here at this point. That means, so we need to, this one is, here all the rates are okay, except here there is a P delta effect at 16th story. So we need to consider the effect of P delta at 16th story, both in positive x and in negative x direction. So come back to etabs. Sorry. So come back to etabs. Unlock the model. So go to the define menu, go to this P delta option. So I need to consider here previously I have calculated the effect of P delta by excluding the P delta option, and that means by considering none. So I need to consider the P delta effect because in positive x and negative x direction at 16th story, my structure needs consideration of the effect of P delta. So I need to select this one, iterative based on loads. So I have already put the service seismic and gravity loads which were considered during the calculation of the mass source. So using so I need to consider the P delta effects. So in order to consider the P delta effect, just simply clicking for this one, selecting this one. So click OK. So run the analysis. Now etaps is considering the effect of P delta. So all the displacement, the forces, the moments, all the values will be multiplied by 1 over 1 minus theta. That means there will be an increment in displacement, there will be an increment in moment. Okay, here the analysis is completed just by considering the P delta effect. So click save it. So here just if we take a value, now let me show something. Just go to the display menu, sorry, displacement plot. Just here, sorry, select the dynamic analysis case, which is the response spectrum. Response spectrum in x direction. Okay, just come to here, select the top part, So copy this one. Control C. Just come to the positive x direction here. So the aim is to show the increments of the storation when we consider the p delta. Okay, now let me copy it here. This one. Just see it. The value, all this, the previous value is for the model excluding the p delta effect, and this one is the storation after considering the p delta. So considering the effect of p delta will result in a decrease in storation. I mean in storation. Okay, now let me come back again to the lateral displacement in positive x direction, just after considering the p delta effect. Just do this. I'm going to take the displacement. That means diaphragm center of mass displacement. So select the positive x direction. Response spectrum in positive x direction. So just take this value, Control C, and paste it. So here, this is the lateral displacements of the center of mass after considering p delta. And this one is the lateral displacements of the center of mass before considering p delta. That means excluding the effect of p delta. Here, if we compare the lateral displacement of center of mass before and after considering the p delta, here the value looks like this one. Here, this one is 31.768, and this one is 32.519. That means just considering the p delta will result in higher lateral displacements of center of mass. But if we exclude the p delta, the center of mass displacement will be less. That means less than that of the model while we are considering the effect of p delta. Okay, what is left here? We have already compared the base shear, I mean the story shear, and the lateral displacement, and what is left? The vertical force. So does it will have an effect on the value of vertical force or not? Now let's check it. So to do this, story force. Now it is taking more time. Okay, here I need to select the combination, that means service load combination. Let's go down. That means service load for seismic. This one. Just copy this value. So we can check. Sorry, we need to select at the top. So copy this value. That means the vertical gravity force. So go to Excel. Here I am at positive x direction. So I need to paste it. So here this is the vertical gravity force after considering P delta, and this one is the vertical gravity force before considering P delta. So now applying the effect of P delta will not have any effect on the results of the vertical forces. Here, because as we see, the results of the vertical force due to the gravity loads uh, before the consideration of P delta is similar with the results of the gravity forces at each story after considering the effect of P delta. So the effect of P delta will have a significant effect on the lateral displacement. And in the case of a story shear, also there is an effect on reducing the restoration where we apply the effect of P delta. So this is the significant effect of P delta on the lateral displacement and on the story shear, but it doesn't have any effect on axial forces. So here this is I think all about the checkup of the P delta effect on this theory story building. So here there is a graph. There is a graph. This is here. This is a P delta, and this one is the story. The name of the stories. So the P delta effects is higher at I think here at 16 the story. That is why we have already considered the effect of P delta. Only one story fails in P delta. And when we come to also in a negative x direction, that means the P delta, the graph looks like here. At this, sorry, the P delta is it is greater than 0.1 at this story. Yeah, this is good. Here at 16th story, the value of P delta is 0.16 in negative x direction. That is why we need to consider P delta. Then when we come to in positive x direction also, yeah, at 16th story, the P delta is 0.13. So we need to consider the P delta effect in positive x and positive in negative x direction. So it is difficult to consider only in positive x and negative x direction the effect of P delta. So we need to consider in both axes. That means in x, in negative x, in positive y, and in negative y direction. Okay, this is all about the today's tutorial, which is tutorial part 17, focusing on the P delta analysis. So next tutorial in the next tutorial, which is in tutorial part 18, uh, we will see the design parts of this journey story building. That means the design of column, the design of beams, the design of retaining, I mean the shear walls, the design of retaining all the design of the slabs. So thank you very much. See you next time. If you like this video, don't forget share to your friends so that your friends will be getting more relevant tutorials which have been already prepared regarding to the designing of this 20-story building. And also if you have comments regarding to the structural design of reinforced concrete structure and steel structures, you are always welcome, and try to put your message and your questions in my commenting box so that I will be answering your questions as much as possible within a short period of time. And press the bell icon to get a new notification for the newly uploaded videos. So here this is all about today's tutorial. Thank you very much. uh, See you in the next tutorial, that means in the design parts of the 20-story building. So bye bye.